am back, returning to my main island this time in ACNH, not Happy Home Paradise. Thanks for hopping into chat, Saturos. Lovely to see ya. Right now I'm making a mess. That's what I'm doing. I'm going through my storage, trying to find any items that might be useful to build a Majora's Mask milk bar. I have a lot of things cataloged in this account, so I'm just trying to grab things here, and then I'll be building it on a different account. I have a pre-2.0 milk bar built outside on the northwest corner of my island, but I want to move it indoors now that we have lots of fun indoor options. So that's the goal for tonight. Let's see how far we can get. I'll think about that. That might be useful if I want to embellish a little bit. This is the boring part of the build. Going through storage. Ooh, these, I might need these. Definitely need those. I don't think I have those cataloged on my other account. So it would be good to grab those. Are there any pots in there? Can't recall offhand. I'm gonna take that. I did load up Majora's Mask earlier and took a bunch of photos for references. I need all of these. Every single one. If it'll fit in my pockets. Wonderful. In my pre-2.0 build, when we didn't have decorative bottles, I just made my milk bar with mugs. Which is fine. But now we have decorative bottles. Which is infinitely better. Oh, this is gonna be a hot mess before it's better. But that's okay. What build isn't, really? It just starts as a bunch of trash on your island, and then it turns into something magical. That's how this works. Okay. And I resume. Get something out. Okay, I shouldn't need any mugs because there are currently a bunch of mugs in my outdoor milk bar build. So definitely won't need those. I could consider drinks. I might come back to those. I mean, that might be fun. You know what? I'll take one as a placeholder, and I'll consider. Maybe take that one too, because that one actually looks more correct for what I'm trying to accomplish here. Don't think any of those. I cannot remember if there are any bobblehead cows in the milk bar. I know I have some of the, well, I'll take one of these. I also have another one of the Zodiac figures outside already that I could use. If necessary. I'm gonna need that. That's not the style of light I need. But I do need something similar to that, so maybe I might have to order it. Which, if I do, that's no big whoop. I'm not caught up on my dailies yet anyways. Okay, this one is a maybe. That one's not really the right look, but it might still look nice, so I'll take it anyways. And I need a ceiling spotlight. Okay, what have we got for wallpapers? I think it's just a simple brick wallpaper, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there's like a white sort of brickish one. This one might look okay. I'll take this one too, just in case. White subway tile. Okay, and the floor... One of these would probably do. My current build has a custom pattern that I made for it, which I could reuse if I want to. We also have stone tile, that's an option, but my pockets are full. Let's go! Trash on the beach, yay! This is fine. I'm gonna have a wonderful time finding everything that I don't use later. When I, for some reason, need it on my main account. Don't drink it. Drop. Okay. I'm gonna put away that mantis too, just because it's taking up space. Hello, sword monkey! Yeah. It kind of is. Historically, the beach has been one big garbage can, especially before I got more storage. And I've still somehow managed to fill all of my storage again, even though we have 5,000 slots now. Okay. What else? Yes, I want to at least look at that one. And we can grab this one and this one too. It is a stone tile, which I think the old stone tile flooring would be the right vibe, even if the actual squares would be too small to be accurate. We could also look at this one. Yeah, there's never enough storage, it's true. Especially with how much clothing they put in this game. Okay, I think the stage... Oh, the stage area is also tile. But I'll grab a few of these things anyways, just in case. I guess I'll grab that one too. And could also grab some of the wood ones, just to see how they look. Might not be accurate. Yes, separate clothes storage would be great. Please and thank you. No, the real problem with the clothes storage is that clothes are not customizable. So if you want to catalog all of the clothes, you have to buy it in every colorway. If you could just customize clothing, we wouldn't be having this problem. Okay, clothes, lots of clothes. Speaking of clothes, seriously, like half of my inventory in my house is probably clothes. Still going. Okay, now we're into the other category. Did I miss anything? Oh, these. I think I have a... This is fine. This is fine. It's fine. Oh. I was going to say something, but eh. Yeah, a little bit. It does look like an outhouse a little bit. I think there is a bathroom. There's at least 1 or 2 bathroom stall items in this game, actually. But that's not it. Yeah, that's a very tiny storage shed. Which I like to use that one just because it's only 1 tile, so I can easily put it down almost anywhere. As long as I haven't boxed myself in. Get something out. I need drinks. Chat, don't let me drink these. Anywho. Okay. I don't think there's gonna be anything else. Can't use fences indoors, so that's moot. Okay. I did not mean to sort. I would like to close. Please and thank you. Juice in real life, not the game. It's true. Not that I would drink sparkling cider in real life. I don't like anything carbonated. No fizz. Fizz bad. Boo. Boo fizz. I don't like it. Okay. So, I think we'll start there. I don't think that's everything I was thinking about putting into this build, but we'll load up the account I'm actually going to build this on and get started regardless. Okay. We'll load up the Mr. Barton account. I love that his name is Mr. Barton. It's so great. And this one, I believe. I might also have some things I might want to use in Link's house. I'll start moving things indoors and placing them, and then figure that out. Yes! I mean, technically they're just for different characters. Because you can't have... It's really unfortunate, because you can't build multiple islands on one Switch. You can only have one island, and everyone using the Switch is forced to be a resident on that island if you want to play. You can't design your own thing, which was kind of a bummer when I found that out, because Satoros would probably play this more if he had been able to build his own island when we started. Although he has acquired another Switch, so he could make one if he wanted. I would make him codes if he asked me. Yeah, you are locked to one island, that's the thing. Yeah, he's been thinking about it for a while. And I've been thinking we should wait just in case they announce a Switch Pro, but Satoros couldn't wait any longer. He just got another one. Which, potentially, if we end up getting if we end up getting both Violet and Scarlet, we could play together, now that we have 2. Patience for the win, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how good Scarlet and Violet are, and if we would want to play them co-op. This is Mr. Barton. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep his eyebrows like that, or if I'm gonna give him normal eyebrows. Hello. Okay. Alright, let's pick up the stuff. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with his house. I know I want to make the basement the Majora's Mask milk bar. How many slots do I have? 6 more? Okay. You don't think you'll get the new Pocket Mans? You haven't been sold on the idea of new Pocket Mans, Sword Monkey? Stop it. Yeah. I do think they are a little bit behind the times. They could look better. They could look so much better. And it makes me sad that they don't look better. And it's not just, you know, the limits of Switch hardware. They're like, there are plenty of games on Switch that look beautiful. Pokemon has a problem with lighting, in my opinion. Obviously, there's room for improvement in terms of, like, textures and other things. But the lighting in Sword and Shield especially, I feel like, could have been way prettier. Skip a generation or two and see if they work something out. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's put some other things in storage, because I'm gonna need pockets. I'm gonna need all the pockets. Every single one! I didn't mean to do that. I should also be using the storage shed. I should not be coming into my house because a villager is liable to visit me. And we wouldn't want that. No visits. I imagine Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a good example of a good-looking game. Yeah, I think it looks really good. Luigi's Mansion looks gorgeous on Switch. That looks way more beautiful than I expected that game to be. And I like that. I like it when game studios put polish in. Just make all of the graphics look extra nice. Look, I don't need 4K. I just need what's there to have polish. Yeah, it looks really good. I watched Satoros play basically all of it. I haven't watched a lot of the side quest stuff, but I've been present for most of the main quest things. The first Mario plus Rabbids also looked very good. And even as far as like Pokemon games go, new Pokemon Snap looked pretty good. If mainline Pokemon games looked that good, I would be satisfied. Pocket Man's likes to just phone it in. I don't exactly know what that means, but... but they could look better, it's true. I expect to enjoy the game. We'll have to see how much fun Satoros and I actually have with it. I haven't, like, really loved a mainline Pokemon game since the Gen 6 games, to be frank. I enjoy playing them, but the games since then have had a lot less replayability for me. Like, I like doing fun post-game building teams for competitive stuffs. Vaguely competitive stuffs. Because let's be real, my teams are never, like, actually competitive, but they're fun and they're interesting, and I like to team build. At least in Gen 6, and then Gen 7 happened, and then I was sad. Because they nerfed confusion. I probably shouldn't have sung that. I don't know if OBS muted me on the higher notes for that, but do a Nuzlocke, you won't. No, I probably wouldn't. You're probably right about that. Wait. I had pocket space, did it? Oh, that was just it. That was just the rest of the things. Wonderful. Okay, let's check the mail so it'll stop blinking at me. Yeah, and Nuzlocke really wouldn't be my thing. I must have ordered myself something. That's fine. Okay. I'm more so into vanilla playthroughs of games. There's a few games I would replay on stream, just because I love them, or because I might have an interesting idea or two for replaying games specifically. I enjoy doing the Zooter Pictionary with Sartorius. That's a little different because I'm not really the randomizer type either. Like, I enjoy watching people do randomizers, but I don't really play them myself because they're, I don't know. That's just not the experience I want when sitting down to play a video game. But I am enjoying the Zooter Pictionary just because it sort of like turns a randomizer into a two-person party game. Essentially, I like that. I enjoy that. But yeah, otherwise, vanilla playthroughs. Let's go. Okay, let's do this first of all. And let's actually pull up my references. That would be a good idea. Okay, let's start with lighting, I think. Okay. So we have two options for lighting. We could go with white, which is what most of the light in the N64 version of Majora's Mask is. Or we could go pink, because there's some, like, pink lighting over by the bar. Oopsies, oopsies, buttons are hard. Okay, buttons. Yeah, we could go more this direction and just, like, tone it down. So why don't we start with this, and we'll mess around with it. Ugh, phlegm. Phlegm's the worst. Actually, I think it'd be more of a purple. Maybe not. Okay, this is fine. Okay. And let's get some ceiling lights. Okay, so we only have these, and I will have to change the color for this. So maybe I should just take those out of storage. I should probably also check the second account, because I know I need 2 of these ceiling spotlights. Which I'm not sure if Link has any on his account. And I will need at least 2 or 3 of the lamps. There's 3 over the stage, and then I think there's 2 going down the stairs, which obviously I can't decorate the stairs in this room, but I can figure out if I want to do anything on that side. You know what, maybe let's just grab those out of storage first and change the color and check Link's account. Okay, I need this, and I need this. I have bells on this account, right? Do I have bells in my pockets? Okay, good. I have bells in my pockets. Wait. Oh, those are the lamps. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I want to fly. The Harves. Oh, apparently I've never been to Harv's. Oh, am I gonna... Okay. I might have to skip forward today. We'll find out. We'll find out if, folks are settled on Harv's. Since I've never been there on this account. Uncertain. Okay. The slow walk. Okay, everybody's here. That's good. I could read this, but this was not actually my intent for tonight, so we're just gonna skip through this dialogue. This is fine. Oh, pickle sticks. Okay, Harvey. Okay. They said stuff and they did things. You're exactly right, Sword Monkey. Hello, hello, hello! Hey, I don't believe we met, have we? I got a call from Harvey, one thing led to another, and now I got a place to show off what I can really do. My sweetie pie, Reese, and I are gonna customize things like crazy. And by him saying that Reese and he customize things, he means that he customizes things, and Reese likes to watch. Because I can't do this whole customizing thing if I don't talk to Cyrus. Reese is just here to look pretty and admire her husband, apparently. I don't know. I don't know why. Reese has no whites in her eyes. Is she a demon llama? But she's cute. She's cute. I mean, it's true. She doesn't have any whites in her eyes, but she's still cute. She's arguably cuter than Cyrus. Okay. I would like to customize things, please, and thank you. Howdy, Squirt. You looking to get something customized? I sure am. Alright, leave it to me. So, what's your order? I think I'm just going to leave this white, but I just want to see the other colors. Okay, so there is a light gray. Okay, we're going to leave it white for now. But I do need to change this. Which, the lights are white. That can't change, and it doesn't need to change regardless. I think I'll just make the base silver. If I can find my reference. Oh, never mind, they're white. Okay, white. Here we go. Pure black eyes are a sign of demon possession usually. In real life, maybe, but not in a cartoon. And I know this is a video game, but it's still the same category in terms of if characters are allowed to have just solid black eyes. Or if their eyes are just closed all the time. Also a cartoon thing. That's fine. Well, I'm here. What do you have? What are you selling? Animal Crossing can have demons. Doom Guy loves Animal Crossing, apparently. I don't know what that means. Do go on. Please tell. Yes, I want to see your shoes. Show me your shoes. Zap boots? I don't think I have those cataloged on any account. Dreamy ribbon pochette. I probably have that. I don't think I have these, though. I'm buying. I don't know if I have the ballerina shoes in blue. Guess I'll just buy them regardless. Have you never seen the Doom plus Animal Crossing fan art? Both games released on the same day. Did they really? I didn't know that. Doom Eternal and New Horizons for clarity. Yeah. No, I didn't know they released on the same day. I'm just gonna buy these. I don't know if I have this cataloged, but buying it anyways. Certainly don't have it cataloged on this account. Okay. No. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough shaded lamps regardless. Oh, do I not have... I don't. Never mind. I don't have the catalog unlocked on this account. I'll have to buy them on my main or Link's account. Okay, going back. Attention, fledgling. This squawker's got a transmission for you. Yes, you, Mr. Barton. Dodo Airlines is now dabbling in item delivery and liquidation, which no one knows what that means. Nobody knows. It's a secret to everybody. Never used it. Who knows? No one can say what this does. Yep, both March 20th, 2020. Interesting. No, I haven't seen any of the, if there's been crossover, I'm just gonna save and quit. If there's crossover fan art, I haven't seen it. I will also need a ceiling fan. I don't think I have any of those in storage, so I'm gonna have to order those on my main account, probably. I'm just gonna check what's in Link's account first. And then order some stuff on my main account, I think. Oh. Thank you. I will check that out later. Yeah, there actually is another style of ceiling light that I might want to see if it looks good. I forget what it's called, though. I'll have to see. Yes. Gotta get those mouth trumpets in. Very important. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, let's get this to stop blinking. Please and thank you. Oh, I have a lot of mail. Okay, place in pocket. No, I don't want to keep that. I want to delete that. Throw it away. This is a lot of mail. How much mail did they... Why? Why? I mean, I know I haven't loaded this account in a while, but why? Help. I'm drowning in mail. It just keeps coming. Oops. Place in pocket, then throw it away. Help. Am I almost there? Okay, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. This is fine. Mostly. Okay. Alright, finally stop blinking. This is fine. We're okay. I can't put away any of those things until I actually open them. Don't ask why I have bushes in my pockets. This is fine. This is a completely normal thing to do. Magic pockets. Okay, now I can put all of that junk away. And this. That's fine. Okay. Get something out. What have I got? Let's check ceiling items first. I have nothing. Okay. That's good to know. I don't think there's going to be anything on this account that wasn't on my main account that I would need. But I suppose I can peruse real quick. That could be interesting. I'm gonna grab one of those. Floor lights. I guess I should grab some floor lights. I don't know that those are the... Okay, one of those is the color that I would need, but I don't know about the second one. I don't need to grab any of those instruments, I don't think, because there's already some out in my outdoor build. Okay, good to know I have some more trees on this account if I need them. I don't think I would need that. But I think I'll ignore it. Okay, but I do have some wallpapers. Let's look at the wallpapers then. White hallway. I could look at that one. We have a rustic stone wall. Monochromatic tile wall. That could be useful. Okay, is there any other flooring? Okay, that's not stone, but it's probably worth at least looking at. Could look at that one. Oh, wait a minute. That one. These ones I did not have in storage on my main account, and I should definitely look at those. Because those might be acceptable options. Okay, then rugs, which I probably don't need. Don't know if I already grabbed that. That's okay. If I need any additional rugs, I know where to go. Okay, clothing. I don't need to look at clothing. Okay. Then it's time to go back to my main account and order some things. And then probably skip ahead a day till to tomorrow. Actually, before I close this account, I should see if I can order any of the stuff on this account, since there is a purchase limit of 5 per day. Yeah, it did. This. No, that's not what I, what am I doing? Okay, what have I got? Oh, I was thinking about that. You know, I will order a few of those, because I might need those. Yeah, the 3D version of Majora's Mask did change quite a bit. Well, just about the game in general, but also aesthetically in the milk bar. Yes. I don't know how many of these I would need. If I even use them, I'm not convinced I will use them. But there is technically like a ceiling wall partition above the bar. And there's no actual like ceiling partition item. Okay. So this would be as close as I could get. Which it might be acceptable. It might visually work. I think we'll start with 3. Okay. So much loading. This one. Yeah, another location that looks significantly different is the Astral Observatory, if you want to look that one up, if you're curious. Spending Link's money, gonna have to go smash some pots to earn it back. It's fine, my main account is a billionaire. Did some turnip selling back in the day. Oh, back when people were really active on this. It's true. It was tedious work, but I'm glad I did that back when people were actually playing this a lot more. I mean, people are still certainly playing this and watching this on Twitch, but the websites that were hopping places for selling turnips are no longer hopping. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Order all the things and all the stuff. That's not what I wanted. This one's the one that I wanted. Okay. Ceiling fan. I need that. I need 2 of those. Wait, is that... Do I have the color that I would want? Is it brass? And wooden. Let's go with brass. I'm not sure that's the color I would want. I will double check. Resident. Yeah, it's true. Yes, this account. That's the one I want. I mean, a lot of people are still playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Actually, a lot of people have gotten back into the game because people are more heavily modding these games now. Folks are doing a lot of modded builds, which is interesting to see every once in a while. That's not really my thing, but I only bought one of those, right? I think I did. Yeah, there are infinite games to play. My backlog is quite extensive. Okay, I will need another one of those. And apparently I only have red, so that's fine. I'll just change the color later. Because there are still more Animal Crossing builds I want to do. Would I want that? Probably not, but I could use it. Enamel lamp. Was that the one I was thinking of? That might be. What was I saying? Yeah, there's still some... I want to actually rebuild the island. Post 2.0. Actually finish it. Oh, hanging stage lights would be better. I wonder if that comes in white. Because that would actually be a... Actually, no. I think all of those are black. Okay, it's fine. This is fine. Need to finish Legend Arceus. Obviously. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Okay, that's the other lamp I was thinking of. Need to play Stray, which we have acquired. It has been acquired. One of these days. One of these days, I'll get back off my computer and continue Ratchet and Clank. Stray for PS5. It came out... I don't know if Satoros is still here. I think it came out physically towards the end of September. I don't know. That one might be a good December game when we actually have kittens. Stray and kittens. That could be good. That could be real good. Okay, so this is a simple shaded lamp if I decide to come back to that. Someone remember that for me. Oh, okay, never mind. I won't have to go far. So we have the simple shaded lamp as an option, and then we have... No, it wasn't that one. It was... I think it was the enamel lamp. I think the other one's more accurate if you... Where's the simple shaded lamp? Because the in-game lights are sort of... It sort of looks like that, and then it has a lampshade beneath it. So I could go with these or the white lampshade that I was using. Yeah, it was mid-September for physical release of Stray. Yeah. Anywho, so there's that. There's Violet when it comes out. Want to play Violet. I would like to stream that when it's topical as well. I know I haven't been playing any of the any of the games that I've been streaming. I have not been streaming when they are all the rage. I've been playing them way after, but you know what, I'll just send one and I'll see which one I like better, I think. And then I'll have to order more. Okay, and that would be my 5th item for today. Gosh, you gotta be topical if you want to be a big name streamer. Thanks, Sword Monkey. But those are the sort of those are the games that I'm thinking of for this year. Don't know to what extent I will finish that entire list. But then there are other games that I've already played that I want to do a second playthrough of on stream. And that's not even taking into account Tears of the Kingdom next year. Very much so looking forward to that. Okay. Save and move to the next day. So there's a lot of things. There are too many games. Too much backlog. It's impossible. No one can play it all. Oh. Oh. I can close this. Close. Thank you. That's fine. No, okay. Back. Back. Back, I say. Alright, while this is loading, I'm gonna make a quick pit stop. So, BRB. Be back real soon. Hold on. Hold your horses, chat. Alrighty, Misa back. And juice would be an excellent idea, Sword Monkey. You are not wrong. However, it is too late at night for me to have a full glass of another beverage. I'm trying not to ruin my sleep. My body will do that enough for me. I don't need to help it along. Although juice is delicious. Put caffeine in the drink, it'll fix itself eventually. No, the problem is, like, I wake up during the night because I need to use the bathroom. It's not even a caffeine thing. An interrupted sleep is not fun. Trying to minimize the number of times I wake up every night. Here we go. Okay. I loaded the wrong account. Wait. No. I should at least save so I don't have to go through announcements again. Rip. I don't think it works that way, Sword Monkey. Also, the caffeine would keep me awake. It doesn't take much to keep me awake. And by much, I mean much of anything, not even just caffeine. Random noise in the middle of the night? I'm awake. This account. Win some, you lose some. Or as Satoros would say, you win some, you lose the rest. Yeah. Can't believe I loaded the wrong account. Rip. Anywho, what's everyone else up to? You know what I'm up to? Loading. I feel sneezy. Of course you're just farming in Xenoblade. Satoros, does Xenoblade 3 have a percent completion counter? And if so, how far are you in? No rush. I was just curious because you brought it up. Obviously, I know you've beaten the game at this point, so the actual percentage is just icing on the cake for you, right? Okay, let's get the good stuff. Let's get the goods. Gimme. Can't believe I'm sorting through mail again. This is fine. This is fine. How much space do I have in my pockets? Okay, let's put away the shoes. Because I want to go customize things now. My goal is to beat the challenge versions of all 5 super bosses on hard mode, so it might take a while, haha. Have you been playing the whole game on hard mode, Satoros? No, let's just put this away. This is fine. I need pocket space. I don't want to have to do more than one trip. I will get that stuff out later when I need to craft more things. It's fine. No, I played the main story on normal mode, but you can switch whenever you want. Okay. Get that notification out of here. Oops, oops, oops. Buttons. Buttons are hard. Okay. Put away the wallpapers. Put something away. Because I can't customize those, so I don't need them in my pockets. Okay. Let's fly! And pick up a stick. Gosh, switching on a Switch. How dare. Hello? I gotta go! Go, go, go! So there's a harv. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Touchdown like making playlists in a toothbrush. We are parked and proud. Give a quack to Wingback. I should really read his dialogue every time I'm streaming. Because Wilbur's dialogue is great. It's stellar. 10 out of 10. Phenomenal. Would recommend. I sure am. I don't know what I'm customizing, but I'm customizing at least one thing. Oh, I didn't open everything. Okay, this I need to change. This needs to be white. Oh, sorry, that is not the one I ordered. Hold on. Open the boxes. Okay. Now is the time to check my references and see what colors those fans should be. I think the brass might actually be good. No, don't go to sleep, phone. Okay, yeah, they're like a silver or a grayish color. Okay. Hello! I sure am. Okay, we're gonna come back to the split curtains. I think the simple shaded lamp is fine. Yeah, because it's just black by default, which would be the correct color. Ceiling spotlight needs to be white. I ain't done! I don't think. Can't confirm. Not entirely sure. Yeah, let's just check the other colors. Brass is pretty good. Okay, there is actually a silver. But I think I prefer the brass. So we'll keep those. Those should both be brass. What was this? Okay, that's correct. Door light. System kitchen, I believe, was already white. Okay, I guess that light was the one thing I needed to fix. Take me back, take me back! Home. Take me home! Okay. Let's go start designing a thing. And tearing apart the old milk bar. This is fine. Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me. If I didn't already have a warp pipe set up on the island, I would just set up a warp pipe to do this. Of course, the two things I want to build are on opposite sides of the island. Okay, downstairs! Okay, maybe I should make this white for now. I can maybe consider... No, no, no. That one. I can consider making it pink later, I think. Probably going to be easier to design this if it's just neutral white. Okay. Wait. Pockets. Pockets. Actually, I should just put all of that stuff in storage and take it from storage, because that's just going to be faster. Storage shed? Why do I have a storage shed in my pockets? Did I pick up the storage shed? I don't think I did. Okay, floor. Let's actually build the thing. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong tab. No. This one. That's the one I want. Buttons are impossible. Can confirm. Okay, so that would be square. Which the actual tile is like dark gray square tile. That one. There we go. If we want to look, okay, this looks more weathered. This is probably a better color pick. Even if the tiles are a little bit small on this. I think we'll start with this one and change it later if I need to. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one, I think. Let's bring the light down. It's too bright. Yeah. Now, I will need to make some pillars. I believe I have the DIY for that. Okay, so we have it in white. We should have the brick one. That's this one. I could craft some of those with clay. Do I have a DIY thingamabobberjig? That is the question. Oh, I didn't change the color of this. Think about it. Okay, do I have a... Yes, I said thingamabobberjig. It was very specific of me. I think it would be under this. Okay, that's more complicated. 5 hardwood and 1 iron nugget. It would just be easier to have one of those. Oh no. Alright. Alright. I have no iron nuggets. We need to... I shall need to acquire some rocks. Nothing can be easy in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm actually surprised I don't have... Yeah, I don't have one in my pockets. That's so... I would have thought I would have had one, but I guess I just craft everything on my main account. So I guess it makes sense. It checks out. Okay. Hello. Pierce is yelling at me. Give it all you got! You want reactions to cheer folks on? You got it. I love this one because encouraging your buddies is awesome. Watch. Flex those muscles! Yes, Sword Monkey. Yes, that is a rock in my pocket. I have lots of things in my pockets, okay? This is fine. Oh no! The one rock I pick is... Ugh. The one rock I pick is the money rock. Of course it is. I don't need money. I need iron ore. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's get rid of that notification. Yeah, ugh, money. Yes, craft. That's what I'm doing. I'm making another tree. Okay. Now, what do I actually need? I think I needed clay. I think I had some clay in storage. Find out soon. If I don't, I'm gonna be sad because I'm gonna be back out here hitting rocks. Or loading up my other accounts. Either of which is not ideal. Okay. No, I'll put it downstairs. That's fine. Gotta hit them rocks for socks. I didn't know Animal Crossing rocks could drop socks, Sword Monkey. That is news to me. Okay, let's craft. Wait, let's grab the thing from my pockets first. Okay, good. I do have clay. It's not a crisis. We're fine. Craft the thing. Oh, you said stocks. That makes more sense than socks, but I definitely read socks. Oh gosh, what rocks would have socks? They ain't got no feet. You're not wrong. Okay. Order obtained. We do have a marble. What does this require? Stone. Okay. We'll start with the brick pillar. Could change to marble, though. That is an option. Actually, what? Before I craft all of those, what wallpapers did I have? Oh, I forgot there was a... Hold on. I didn't even look at the tile. Is that better? See, the in-game one just sort of has... I guess I didn't get any close-ups of the wall specifically. I guess it's sort of like white horizontal boards. Maybe this one would be better. Okay, well maybe I'll do that one. In which case, maybe I do want to try the marble, or I could just try the white. Although I think that requires wood. Yeah, the simple pillar. I could try the simple pillar. Okay. Simple pillar is an option. We could try the marble pillar. You know what? That's cheap to craft. Let's just do that. Gonna have to get more stone out of storage, though. Okay, let's actually just place one down before I waste a bunch of materials trying to craft. Okay, so the stairs are on the left. So... I don't think I'm gonna... I could flip it so that the, flip the overall design so it's consistent with where the stairs are, but I don't think I want to. I think I will just ignore the fact that the stairs will be on the wrong will be in the wrong position, and that's fine. No, I want pockets. Pockets, please. Okay. Okay. I think I need to make a bunch of those. And I have another notification, so let's get rid of that. Oh, it's just that one. That's fine. Okay. Yes! Okay, so I need 3 more for the left-hand side, and then 4 for the right-hand side. Hey! Kitty cat exploded up the stairs and into my lap. Huzzah! Congratulations, Sword Monkey. I'm glad you have a cat in your lap. That sounds nice. Give kitten scritches for me. Good petals. Little pets. How many did I just craft? Was that 3? Cannot remember. I should probably check. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, here we go. Ooch. Okay, not the brick. Good, I'm glad. No, pockets! I want my pockets! Okay. So I need to craft 2 more for the other side. I think I have to craft a bunch of these because I'm going to need some of these for the bar area too. So let's just make 2 more and we'll come back for more later. Okay. All right. Do I have the tank in my pockets? No, I put it in storage, I think. I think this is going to be too big. I think I will end up going with the milk cans. But I just want to see how big this is. I mean, I could still use those. Because they do, you know, they are pretty sizable. I would be able to fit exactly 3. But that wouldn't quite fit the way I'd want. Whereas, hold on, what is it? How big are the milk? Alphabetical time, okay. How big are the milk cans, whatever they're called? Yeah, they're a little on the small side. So we can either do 3 of these, or we can do 2 of these. I'll have to change the color, though. Okay. I'm gonna put both of these in my pockets. I might want to just see what other colors they come in. Go for 7 of them. Nice even number. Sword monkey. 7 is not an even number. Thank you. Alright, what rugs do I has in my pockets? Please and thank you. I will have to grab another one of these if I want to use that one. I don't know if that's a 2x2 or if that's a 1x1. Find out momentarily. Okay, so that's a 2x2. And that's a 2x3. How big is the stage? See, I think the stage is also stone tile. Yeah, it is. But I would like to differentiate it from the floor. So I think I would want to go wood anyways. Unfortunately, there are no square tile mats. Unless I want to put custom tiles down. But part of the reason why I kind of wanted to use a floor pattern here was specifically so that I could clear up some spaces. Tile mat. Yeah, we could. That is another option. So hmm. I don't think it really has enough pop for what I want. Okay, I'm gonna need some of the single tile. Mats, floor mats. 7 does as it pleases. Good to know. Okay, let me take some of the stuff from... Okay, let me grab this first of all. Put these down, because these are going to be in the room no matter what. Actually, with the size of this room, I might need to only do 1 fan. But we'll see. Figure it out. Okay, well, I guess I'll do this for now. Okay, where are the lights that I had? Okay, let's just look at both of these and decide what I want. So there should be 3 over the stage area, and now that I'm seeing it, these might be a better size. Yeah, this has to be closer. There we go. Yeah, because this one's going to be huge if I have this over here. Like 3 of them over there. I think that's going to be too big. So I think I'm going to go with these. We'll have to order some more. So that was the simple shaded lamp, I think. Order some of those. Gosh darn it. I can't order it. I could probably order it from Wardell. I just don't have the catalog app. I forgot. RIP. Wait a minute. Pockets? No. These. I need these out. Alright, because these would go on the side of the stage, facing in. I might have to do fewer lights over the stage. Unless I want them all to be real close, which I guess I could do. I mean, there's nothing stopping me, per se. Okay, the other thing I could do with this is just have 3 of those this way. Maybe that would be better. I mean, it's not ideal, but maybe it would be better. Do I have the gray? Yeah, the black one. Let me see what the black one looks like. Okay, could do the black. Wait a minute. Is this a 2x2 or a 1x1? Decisions. Okay, we'll think about it. Okay, Scoochie's down. You're too close to the stage. Okay. Alright, I guess I should start tearing apart the milk bar that I have outside. Because I need some stuff that's out there. Notifications, why? Okay. Oh, more than one. Okay. Go, go, go! At the very least, I need some plants. I need some plant types. Whitney's wearing my Dark Link outfit. You'll love to see it. Okay. I mean, Bulbasaur is a plant type. You're not wrong. Okay. What do I want to grab from over here? What color pots? Okay, I guess those pots are fine color-wise. I guess there was one with a blue pot, I think, and that's why I put a green one down. Reference, where are you? Where you go? Yeah, there's one in like a teal. Oh, actually that might be a different type of plant, so I might be able to just use one of the other ones that I've got. Yeah, it's a different type of plant. Okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use these. I think these worked relatively well. I might reuse this. Let's take a screenshot. I should probably set up the stage just because I definitely want to use these. Okay. Go, go, go! I'll just chip this apart a little bit at a time. And pick up sticks as we go. Excuse me, coming through. Sticks everywhere. Okay. Okay. Let's get all of this stuff out. No. I have to figure out how to even arrange this so that I have enough space. They might have to be quite crowded together. Okay. I believe this... Where was that? Where did I have that? Back right with the blue guitar or bass or whatever that is. Also on the right. Might have to make a way bigger stage if I want this to be usable. Which I do want this to be usable. Okay. Okay. So I might need it, like, to have it come out to here, maybe? Can I even stand there? No. Oops. Okay, maybe I just push it up against the wall. I want it to be usable without, like, turning off the lights every time. That was beautiful. Okay. Mike needs to go in the middle. Unfortunately, there's no actual interaction with Mike. You just kind of stand behind it. But I would like to fully stand behind it. Maybe I need to move it off to the left a little bit. Centered would be better. Rip. Yeah, why? Okay, we'll leave it there for a hot second. I believe this goes on the back row. Actually, can I put this here and still have them both be functional back there? Ah, it tried. Okay. And then maybe this one off on this side. And that should be usable over there. Oh, or maybe not. My arm is phasing through the wall. This is fine. Why must you do this, laptop? No, 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 please stop. Please stop. Don't. Okay. This is fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's ruined. Okay. How do I fix this? Oh, I think there actually is a half tile. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Is there a half tile there where I can fit behind it? Because that would make things a little bit easier. Oh. Okay, this is still playable. Villagers won't come here, but it's still playable. Although, I'd have to put this one here, and then I don't think I can squeeze through that. So no, I probably have to do this here, and this here. I just don't know what to do with these front ones, because there's not enough space. Unless I want to make... Oh, the stage even bigger, needlessly, for no reason. Okay, well, let's do this. If the musicians have to use these from the sides, whatever. It's fine. Okay, this is fine. We'll have to figure out what to do. Do I have any other... Here's a question. Do I have any other custom designs that I could use instead? I don't think I do. I think I just have the one that I made specifically for the bar. I don't think anything else would really fit. I should probably at least humor this idea. Unfortunately, I have to do this individually. Instead of just being able to copy it like I could in Happy Home Paradise, which was a very nice feature. It would be nice if they added it to the main island, but I don't expect that. How dare I expect convenience? It's true. No, I do think I like the wood better, even though that's not accurate. Lag, stop! Help. Okay. I need this. There we go. Put it back. Please and thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out. Oh. I suppose I could do 4 of these. I guess that would be fine. I wish they came in additional colors, but... What was the other one? Would this one be better? Eh. Okay. So I'll have to order some more of these. Okay, let's grab the desks, I think, and start building the bar. I'm definitely not going to finish tonight. I was afraid this build was going to be too quick, but I really shouldn't have been. Because of course it would take forever. Because that's just how Animal Crossing works. Even when you have a rough idea of what you're doing. Did I put the plants down? No, I didn't. Rip. I got preoccupied with the instruments and forgot everything else. Thank you. Take a little screenshot here in case I want to, in case I need it for rebuilding any of this. Hopefully I have enough pocket space for this. Okay. Let's go! Let's walk headfirst into a wall! Yay! Oh. And get stuck on invisible furniture. Let's go. Okay. Well. Okay. Plants. Plant types. Do I have enough room for the plants? Now I'm not sure. Ah, no. Say it ain't so. Say anything but that. Rip. Gosh darn it. Okay. We have to figure out how to do this then. Because there should be a fan palm on each side of the stage. I suppose I could make this a little bit shallower. I just make it too wide. Horizontally. Maybe that would fix the problem. I mean, I needed some extra of these anyways, so it's not like they would go to waste, per se. Okay, maybe this fixes it. We put this here, and this here. Still not great. Oh, I guess the way to fix it would have been the other way. Right? To do it this way? Maybe? Maybe that fixes it? Does that fix it? Does anyone know? Secret to everyone. Okay. Yeah, I don't have enough space to walk through there, is the problem. I mean, I do think this way looks better. I really wish the camera would stop fighting me. I would love to be able to see what I'm doing. Please and thank you. Okay. Maybe that's not bad. I mean, the front guitar and bass aren't that practical, but I don't know. It at least looks correct. Maybe a little bit ish. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, where's the... Okay. Okay, we're gonna put these away briefly. Let's just put the counters out, and then I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. Maybe I'll resume tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But I do need to get this done before I can start building any of the things I wanted to off stream, just because I want to start cleaning up my codes. I didn't mean to do that. Put that in storage. Den desk, where you go? Okay. Other way. No? Pockets. Pockets, please. I guess it would have to be short. I guess it would have to be like that. Which is kind of short. Not my favorite. Consider it though. Where is the edge of the bar? Please and thank you. Okay. Can I actually walk through that? I can. So maybe I actually just leave that open so I can walk through and be behind the bar. That's an option. I must consider off stream, because I don't need to consider that now. I might actually omit the second plant, the one that's over here. I don't know. I don't actually have a whole ton of room. There is not a lot of room to work with, because I can't change the size of this room. And it is most sad. But I could put this here if I wanted to. I don't think I will. But I could, if I wanted to. Okay, where are the pillars that I literally put away? Hello? Hello? Okay, here we go. It's like, where did they go? Okay, if I decide to have the bar out that far, and I might even need to pull it another tile out. It might need to be this far out to put... Yeah, so that way I have like a row where I can stand and then a row with bottles. Okay. So I think I do have to put the milk cans and not the tank. I don't know. I'll think about it off stream. And resume this another day. Anywho. Wait. Let's get a... Excuse me, can I... Oh no. No? I can't get through? No? Okay, this is very important. There we go. Anywho, I'm going to call it there, folks, for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for hopping into chat. And that's it. That's all I got. Have a good night. Bye.